Hola motivators. Okay, so I know I look a little like what's going on here. I only have my eyeshadow primer, which is the ABH eyeshadow primer on, and I'm just going to be focusing on the eyes for one of my newest purchases. And maybe you haven't seen this palette, but it's from an indie brand named Simply Posh Cosmetics, and they came out with such an aesthetically pleasing palette, in my opinion, called the Citrus Punch palette. Here it is. Bam. Okay, you cannot tell me that this looks so juicy. And I had to get it, the promo pics, the packaging, everything. And it, like I said, I love things that match, like the inside matches the packaging. Look at the inside. Come on. And I have swatched this, so I do have everything, like the swatches on a deeper skin tone on Motivate the Earth Instagram. And I am ready because, you know, things can look different, okay? Yes, they look beautiful on the arm when they're swatched, but do they look good on the eyes? And I'm gonna figure that out. Okay, so I want to do multiple looks. I want to test out every single shade, like the most. I want to do the most. I'm gonna get an RT blend shadow brush. These are very soft, and I'm gonna go in for shades that are gonna be like good together and blend together. So I'm gonna go for like these mattes here, and these mattes here, and these mattes here on one eye. So I'll go for Fizz. Let's see. Oh, okay. So I purchased this palette myself, and I definitely want to make sure like I'm going to be enjoying this palette and using it up and hopefully hitting pan. Those are my goals. I'm going to go in with lemon or lemon. Okay. At first I thought these were going to be two similar shades, that they were going to look too similar on the eye. And I do use like a white eyeshadow base underneath. I can see the difference in person. I can see a gradient of how different those shades are, which is a good thing because I do not like getting palettes when literally the shades are like slightly different. I want it to be like at least noticeable. I'm gonna go into Squeeze. Well, I think I took way too much shadow. Oops. Okay. And I'm gonna go into Zest. Let's see, because they're like, see in the pan they look almost like they're gonna be too similar, but there's a clear, let me get closer, a clear difference. All right, I'm gonna go for Quench in the lower lash line. I'm not playing games. I went straight to trying these shadows because I haven't, and I've been wanting to. And I just haven't had the time. A lot of stuff's been going on in my life. Oh my gosh. I think I'll leave it like that. It looks pretty cool. And then like go up with it and blend it to the other shadow. Wow. Okay. Let me go to the next side. Alright, next I'm going to use a Unearthly brush. And this is one of their older versions. A6. They have newer versions. And you can use a code if you go shopping there. Code Earth. It's affiliated. Appreciate it. This is one of my favorites because of how it blends the shadows and spreads it out. I love it. So I'm going to go with Citrus. I think I'm going to go in here. Just like, it's a dream. Look at that. Barely have to do anything. I'm barely tapping this. And it's blending itself. And usually that has to do with not only the shadow, but the brush I'm using. Okay. There you go, a little bit more. Okay, I like that. Let's go with Lime. Barely putting that on. Wow, it's pretty pigmented. It's not too neon. I think it does fit the name. And I just stamp and then blend. That's mainly what I do with all my shadows. Sometimes I start with the dark shadows. Sometimes I start with the light shadows. It all depends how I'm like, I don't know, feeling. And I'm going back with a citrus just to have a good blend. Sometimes you lose those shades. So then I'm going to use my Singe E03 brush. I'm going to go in for grapefruit. And I loved seeing the promos and everyone get this palette because you could do such cool, I don't know, like pictures with it with grapefruit. And when I get palettes too, I bought this palette. I didn't get it NPR, but when I get them, I still take beautiful shots of them because it's just, I mean, you gotta appreciate the art sometimes, like, because there'd be launches out there like, art's not good, the palette doesn't even match the art, and I don't like that. So I appreciate these indie brands that not only do they find a cool artist or come up with unique promos, like they're matching what I'm liking on the outside. I'm really gonna cry. Like, I love that. I love that grapefruit shade. Like, wow. Yes. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna pick up blood orange with this RT shading brush, and I'm just gonna put blood orange like that, like almost 75% of the way. Same brush, I'm gonna wipe that on, not my pants. And I'm going to get citrus and complete that down here. There's not primer on my bottom eyelid, so this is pretty pigmented for not having primer at the bottom. With a clean brush, you want to like buff out edges. I mean, you don't have to. You can leave the edges, but for me, I like to just kind of buff it out a little bit. Not so harsh, not so harsh. Clean that off. And then I'm gonna go around here, get everywhere. So, do you love this or not? First look, second look. On to the next looks. I gotta go wipe everything off and come right back. It looks like Sour is a shade that was seeping through like the oils. Just wanted to let you know that. And the shadows are removable, just to let you know. And I am going to be using, for the shimmer portion of this, the Glimmer Grass from Unearthly Cosmetics. I'm gonna put that all over the lid. Glimmer Grass gives you a little bit of time to think about what you're gonna do. I think I'm gonna go in for Tangerine. Push that down. I have a fluffy, dense brush. Okay. Oh, I kind of like that shade. Has a unique shift to it. I don't know if you can see it. And then I think I'm gonna go for Tangy. Had to dig into Tangy. Looks like it's getting a little bit of hard pan. I did swatch these with my fingers. So if things are getting a hard pan, I would recommend not swatching this palette with your fingers because it reacts to like your oils. Science. The shade has a little bit of shine to it. It's putting a little bit more. I think I want to go into Tropical. That's a beautiful shade. Probably bring that a little bit down. Tropical to my lower lash line. 75% of the way, then go back to Tangerine. Put that in the beginning. For the other eye, I'm gonna put that Glimmer Grasp on a little bit more precise and go into Tangy. Spread it a little more out. And I also put a little bit down here. Okay, get a little bit more of that Glimmer Grasp. So I'm gonna go for this sour shade here. More of the Glimmer Grasp. For the outside portion, I'm going to put Flavorful. And whatever's left, I'm dragging it, going into sour, just to blend that with the... Alright, so here are these two looks. And now I'm gonna do a full glam, and that'll be my final look. So I'll be right back. Alright, so I know I prepped my face and I'm going with a vision here. I actually used the lemon here and blood orange here as blush. And I did put like a Juvia's Place blush underneath as well. So I think I'm gonna go in with Fizz up top. I kind of want to do like a cut crease, but I want like the top. Okay, I'm going with the flow here. Kind of doing that blend I did in the beginning. I liked that color combination. So that was Fizz, Lemon, and then I want to do Clementine. Almost like a liner. I have a very like angled brush. This is like a cheap eyeshadow brush. This is the only one that works from this collection. I got as a gift. The rest, like, they do not pick up pigment. They do not blend. This is the only thing that works, literally. I went with orange. And then I'm gonna go Quench. And kind of flick that out. It's better if you look straight forward. That way you know how your shape is gonna look. Kind of going with the blush there. Glimmer Grasp. That Tangerine shade I'm gonna put here because it's like, I feel like it's the lightest shade. I want the shadow to go a certain like level up, I think, or should I go right underneath? We'll see. You know what, to be more precise, I'm gonna use that brush I had because I don't want the line to mess up. Go for Tangy. I'm gonna go for Tasty. And then Tropical. Tasty. Just make sure that line is good. I'll do orange. Punch right here. Like I said, I don't have a game plan. I'm just liking these blends that are like, I don't know, coming to my head. Taking this angled brush, it's like a flat angled brush, putting some Glimmer Grasp there. And then I'm gonna pick up Sour. You know what? I like this because I'm trying to be more precise, trying to create different shape. Putting Tangerine on the spaces that I feel like didn't have it. Citrus. The lower lash line with the same brush. To complete right here, that little missing gap. So under that, I want to put orange. Like, you can never have too many eyeshadows on your lower lash line. That's how I feel. Okay, so I am going to complete the look with Teacher's Pet from Sugar Pill. It is like an orangey shade with gold flakes. And then I want to put Zest, this unearthly lip gloss. Like, oh, look at that. Look at that component on there. Look, it's so cute. I just feel like I just need some glossiness. Alright, so I'm going to do the other eye and put mascara on, and I'll be right back. Okay, so my final thoughts. This palette, couple things that I like about it. That the color story matches the packaging. Okay, the packaging, beautiful. Citrus punch, so beautiful. Next thing I like the array of colors that they have here. Okay, the other thing I like is that it's 18 shades. And the surprising thing is I thought some of the shades were so similar that they were gonna look really similar on the eyes, and they ended up not looking that similar on the eyes. And even in person here, I can have a clear, distinct, like different color that I see from these shades like that are right here. You know what I mean? I don't know if it's picking it up on camera, but they look so similar, but they're not. Like in person, they're not. And on the eyes, they're not. The one big downfall, it's hard panning. I can see several of them, like you can tell by the texture of how it looks. Sour, Tangerine are not so hard panned. Okay, that's probably why they were like my favorite on the eyes and picked up. We have Tangy, Tasty, and Flavorful. They are hard panned, but Flavorful is the most hard panned. Okay, so that is the downfall. I'm kind of in the middle of, was it worth my money? Because I want it not to be hard panned. I don't know if that's the truest color that's coming off of there. Now, if I wasn't supposed to swatch it with my finger or anything like that to disrupt the formula, I wish I would have known that. But I think it's beautiful. I think it's a beautiful palette. Now, is it worth it to me? I'm kind of like a mad because I'm like disappointed that it's hard panning. But I mean, I have 18 shades and 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. 12 are mattes. And I have paid for a palette around the same price range for a bunch of mattes like that. And in that case, I think it's worth it for all these unique mattes. Now, if I can get these same shades and have them like dupe in another like brand I like, maybe, but I didn't see that, and I would say, well, it is worth what I spent. Now, the one where I'm on the fence on, which is like it kind of is, kind of isn't, is because of panning. So I can't really recommend somebody purchasing this because you're gonna swatch it to see what it's like, and it's gonna be hard pan pretty quickly. So I wouldn't recommend getting this unless you want to deal with the hard pan, because it did work for me. I'm not saying you have to deal with it. You definitely don't. But that is what I'm gonna let you know about this palette. Is it's not expired, so it has a hard pan. Now they do work if you have a denser brush, some glitter glue or glimmer grass from Unearthly. Mattes are wonderful, not patchy, very unique. They aren't similar. In the promo pictures, they did look like, okay, some of these shades, they look like they would look the same on the eyes. No, in person, I can see a clear difference. On the eyes, I can see a clear difference. So I'm actually happy and surprised about that. They are magnetic, so they do come out, these shades. See if I can get one out pretty quickly. Oh gosh. Okay, so you can definitely use this palette if you already got it and replace the ones that you don't like, or rearrange them if you do like it. So for me, I'm in the middle on the fence about this. I can't recommend that you get this, especially if maybe something comes out similar, because of the hard panning. I know most people would not enjoy that. I would think to work really hard and try to get that shimmer on your eyes. Unless you would like to do that and you like what you saw here today, go right for it. I like my palette and I'm gonna keep it because I purchased it. But I'm on meh. Like I I got a -1 and a +1 because I do like all the mattes, and that's the thing. And I like some of the shimmers in there too. I just don't like the hard panning. So a little bit. I'm a little bit disappointed. Just a tad. In a nice way, right? So if you liked any of these looks and if this helped you purchase the palette, if it comes back in stock, that's amazing, because right now it's not on the website. They do have the singles online on Simply Posh Cosmetics. If it does have a restock, you'll see that on our Motivate the Earth Instagram. But if you did purchase this, let me know if you had the same experience. And let me know if any of these looks helped you get inspiration. And don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. And I'll definitely see you in the next video. And you have a great day or night or wherever you're at. Have a good one. And adios.